I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all, man? We are back again with another video, man. And today we are here to talk about a team that just made a big announcement today. But before we get into this, I want to say like and subscribe, share with your friends. But let's get straight into this. The Indiana Pacers. So I don't know if a lot of y'all are consistent watchers of me, but probably a month or so, I made a video saying what are the Pacers doing. Basically, the whole meaning of that video was just to show that they're just comfortable with being a 7th seed every year. And even this year, they started off terrible, and they're not even a 7th seed. I think they're like 13 right now. They're 10 and 16. So that whole video was just to show y'all that, like, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know if they want to compete. They don't know if they want to rebuild. They have players that will help them compete, but they also have young players on the team that will help them rebuild. But today, the Indiana Pacers finally decided to move towards a rebuild, and they put players like Karis LeVert, Domantas Sabonis, and Miles Turner on the market. And you're probably wondering, well, Malcolm Brogdon's not there. Malcolm Brogdon just signed a contract, so I think he's there for the rest of the season, but he can get traded next year. But those three guys that they put on the market, and I'm pretty sure they put other guys on the market, like Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday, and Torrey Craig. But those three guys right there, they have the potential to sway the league in a big way. And my whole meaning for bringing you this video is just to show you many trade packages that the Pacers can do that will help them out, and not only help them out, but help the other team out. So let's get straight into this. The first trade package is one I just came up with, and I feel like this one is really good. I'm not gonna lie, this one is really good. So this is for the Knicks. Now, the one thing with the Knicks is they don't have a real closer. Now, you see Julius Randle. Yes, he's a non-starter. But when it comes to closing time, sometimes he's just not there. Most of the time, he forces a lot of shots. And most of the time, it leads up to a lot of turnovers. And a lot of Knicks fans, I can see they're already getting tired of Julius Randle already, even though he just had a huge year. And that's because he shouldn't be closing games for y'all. And it sucks because they don't have a closer. But this whole trade will help them get a closer. And you probably know who I'm talking about, Karis LeVert. This trade is Karis LeVert to the Knicks, and the Pacers get Kevin Knox, Josh Green, and you probably wonder where he come from. I'll let you know. Josh Green, a first-round pick from the Knicks, and a second-round pick from the Knicks also. And then Alec Burks, he goes to the Mavericks. Now, you probably wonder why I added Alec Burks. He had to be in the deal to make the money work, but I didn't want to send him to the Pacers because they're trying to rebuild. Alec Burks is a player that can help them win now. I mean, that can help any team win now. He's a really good player. That's why I traded him to the Mavericks. The Mavericks have this. They also have a problem where they don't have a secondary ball handler. You can see what the Knicks are doing right now with Alec Burks. They're putting him at the point guard position. And I don't know if y'all watch basketball. I don't know how long y'all been watching basketball, but when he came out of Colorado, that's the college he went to. That's the position Alec Burks was playing. He was playing point guard. And you kind of see he's doing pretty good. I think his first game playing point guard, he had 25 and 5. And I feel like him next to Luka, and also in their system where they also shoot a lot of threes and they need a ball handler, I feel like he will fit perfectly with that Mavericks team. And then when you talk about the Pacers, you get two players that, for the start of their NBA careers, it have you look really good, but the main reason is they don't have a lot of opportunity. You get those two guys, you get them a lot of opportunity. It's not like you're only getting nothing. You get them two, and then you get a first-round pick in 2 years that could turn into somebody, a big name, like Monty Bates. And Monty Bates coming into the league in 2023. And that will help out. And you also get a second-round pick for this year. And then for the Knicks, you finally get that closer, a ball handler that can win you a game when it's crunch time, because that's something they need a lot. And I feel like he fits. I think you can move RJ Barrett to the 3, and I think that's his natural position. And then you can have a Derrick Rose, Karis LeVert, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson lineup. I think that will help them out a lot. Karis LeVert is a player that steps up in big moments. He has been having an off year. Y'all know I love Karis LeVert. I made a video about him. but he has been having an off year. But I feel like just with more shots and a better role, he doesn't really know his role with the team. They have a lot of things going on in the Pacers. More shots and a better role on this Knicks team. I feel like that will help him out a lot, and I feel like that's a very good trade for all those teams. Here, this is a little trade. I wanted to get a little trade out the way. Blake Griffin for Goga Batase. Blake Griffin's not even playing. I know y'all want to rebuild. You can probably get a second round pick out of that. I didn't even add that in there, but you can probably get a second round pick out of that. But for the Nets, it gets you a player that's able to spread the floor and also block some shots, and that's a player that they need a lot. Hopefully he'll come off the bench, because this whole lineup where they have, who do they have at the center? Nicholas Claxton. It's been working out decent. So just bringing another player like Nicholas Claxton off the bench next to LaMarcus Aldridge, I feel like that will help out for the Nets, and you get Blake Griffin for the Pacers. Just buy him out. Just buy him out. Just take that second, bro, because you're not going to get anything else for Goga Batase. But we're going to get another little trade out the way. This is involving the Mavericks again. The Pacers get Dwight Powell, Dorian Finney-Smith, and a 2024 first. And then the Mavericks get Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday. I feel like for the Pacers, you get a contract that's going to be up in a year with Dwight Powell. You get a contract that's an expiring contract this year with Dorian Finney-Smith, and then you add a first. That's not a bad trade for y'all. That's really all you're gonna get. A lot of these trades not gonna be extravagant, but that's all you can get for a player like Jeremy Lamb and also a player like Justin Holiday. But then for the Mavericks, like I said, you also get a secondary ball handler in Jeremy Lamb, who any day can drop 20, 30 points, and then you get Justin Holiday, off-ball shooter that plays defense. That's a player that they need. I'm pretty sure a Mavericks fan would rather have Justin Holiday than fucking Sterling Brown. So that's a trade that fits both teams. So I feel like those are really two really good trades. They're not really with the big names that you heard in the beginning, but we're gonna get into this one right here. This is a big trade. This is a huge trade. This is Domantas Sabonis and Jeremy Lamb going to the Kings for Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley in the first. 2022 first. If I'm the Kings, I'm doing this trade in a heartbeat. One, because it raises your ceiling, and if you can't make the playoffs with Domantas Sabonis, Tyrese Halliburton, and De'Aaron Fox, just fire the whole fucking franchise. Delete the whole franchise, because that's on y'all. That's on y'all. Domantas Sabonis, I can already imagine him in a pick and roll with De'Aaron Fox. I feel like that would work out really well. He gets two athletic, skillful guards to play make off of. That's a really hidden talent in Domantas Sabonis' game. It's his playmaking capabilities. And then you get a player like Jeremy Lamb who can come out the bench and help y'all out where they've been lacking a little bit. Terrence Davis has been stepping up as of late. But bench help is something where they need a lot of help from. And I feel like that will be a really good role for Jeremy Lamb. And then for the Pacers, now this is kind of the hard part of this trade. You get a player in Marvin Bagley who I think after this year, he has a team option. And then after that, you're going to have to pay him. But you get a player that really hasn't been consistent going into his career. But if you give him a large role and put the ball in his hands, I still have a lot of faith in Marvin Bagley. I still think he's a really good young player. And then you get Buddy Hield next to him. That's a player that you can get a lot of trade talks for. And you can get a lot of pieces for Buddy Hield. But if you want to keep him, he helps you out. He's a scorer, a shooter that you can put next to Malcolm Brogdon and Chris Duarte and them. And then you get a 2022 first from the Kings. They're probably, if they pull off this trade, they'll probably be like a 10th seed. So that's probably like around 15. That's a good pick. First round pick, 15. That's not bad. I feel like for both teams, that helps y'all out right now. Like I said, for the Kings, it raises your ceiling. And for the Pacers, you get a young player that can actually thrive with playing time and more touches. And then you get Buddy Hield, who you can easily flip right off the bat. Just flip him as soon as you get him. So I feel like that's another good trade. And then we have a couple more with Karis LeVert. And I'm going to talk about Miles Turner last because I'm really confused about that one. We got one, and I don't even want to do this. Like I say, my main thing with this team is get everybody away from this team, but I feel like this would be a good trade. This is Karis LeVert going to the Pelicans. One thing that they also need is a secondary ball handler next to Brandon Ingram. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is not doing anywhere close to where I thought he was going to do this season. I already knew Devontae Graham wasn't on shit. And I feel like a trade for Karis LeVert, and then you had to give up Garrett Temple, Jackson Hayes, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and then the second round pick. I feel like that helps out both teams. For the Pacers, it's not like you're losing out on nothing. You still get 2 very young first round picks in their drafts, and then you get a second round pick, and you get a veteran like Garrett Temple. That will help out. And then for the Pelicans, you get a secondary scorer next to Brandon Ingram, so you can take some of the weight that he has on his shoulders, put on Karis LeVert, and I feel like y'all will be good for now until Zion comes back. I feel like they will win more games with that lineup of Devontae Graham, Karis LeVert, Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones, and Jonas Valanciunas. That's a really good lineup. And then when Zion comes back, you put Zion in that lineup. That's a really decent lineup for this whole team. And then you got a young core of Karis LeVert, Brandon Ingram, and Zion. Not bad. Not bad. Probably going to fuck it up. They will probably fuck it up. But still, that's not bad. Last trade. The reason why this is last because I wanted to give the most time about this. This is a trade for Miles Turner, and he goes to the Warriors. Now, my whole thing while I was thinking of this trade is the Warriors look really good right now. Everybody's playing their role, and they're 14-3. Do you want to break that up for Miles Turner? And then another thing I was thinking of. The idea of Miles Turner sounds amazing. But the idea might be better than Miles Turner. If you don't know what I mean. Miles Turner, the idea of it, he's a shooter, a big man that can shoot, and plays defense. But sometimes the motherfucker fouls out in 3 quarters, and he doesn't hit no shots. And that's not sometimes. That's a lot of times. That's why I'm saying the idea of Miles Turner is better than Miles Turner. So do you take a flyer on that and trade 2 of your young pieces? What I have the Pacers getting is James Wiseman and Moses Moody and Juan Toscano Anderson for Miles Turner. Do you trade those 3 young players for Miles Turner? If I'm them, I'd do it. I'm not going to lie. Out of the young stars I have, Moses Moody would be the one I would get rid of first. And then, I don't know if y'all fucking know this. Miles Turner has been in the league for 8 years? The motherfucker is 26. He's young as hell. I don't understand how. I don't understand. I swear Miles Turner was like 30. But he's 26, 27. So he's still young. When Steph and them leave, he's still going to be there. So I would do this trade. Warriors fans, let me know what you think about the trade. I feel like James Wiseman, he's never going to be able to play with Steph Curry, and you're kind of building for right now. Miles Turner definitely will help you right now, but like I said, he does have a lot of games where he's just not on nothing. And when he's not on nothing, he fouls a lot. And then Moses Moody, it sucks to have to give him away because when everybody goes, I feel like he will be one of their best players as far as a young core. But you got to do it. Got to do it. One T. I know the Warriors fans love him, and that's a hard loss, but you got to do it. I would do it. So, let me know what y'all think about this trades, man. My fault, I kept saying a lot. This video was off the top of the dome. Literally just thought about making this video when I got home. So, shout out to y'all for watching this video. Let me know what y'all thought about these trades. If you got any more trades, leave them down below in the comments. But other than that, I will talk to y'all later.